Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BANU 17, an international fashion design contest jointly organized by the Department of Fashion Technology BIT, Giles Brooker Group New Zealand, and New Zealand Institute of Fashion Technology. It's wonderful to have you all here as we celebrate the spirit of fashion this evening.
Prayer is the key of morning and the bolt of night. Let's all rise to invoke the blessings of the Almighty.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा आकाशस्यातिपो विष्णुः अग्निशैव महेश्वरी वायु सूर्यक्षितेर्षः जीवनस्य कनातिपः षोडशैतानि नामानि यः पठेत् शृणुयादपि विद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा सङ्ग्रामे सर्वकार्येषु विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते सङ्ग्रामे सर्वकार्येषु विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो बुद्धिः प्रचोदयात् तन्नो बुद्धिः प्रचोदयात् एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्.
Great pleasure in hosting the 6-week Indian Apparel and Textile Practicum, an outcome of the MOU signed between the BIT and NCIFT for the 4th consecutive year. Now may I request our beloved principal, Dr. D. Saravanan, who has been instrumental and a great support to this program, to welcome the gathering.
Good evening to all. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, I am really happy to welcome all of you for the 4th edition of BANUS, which we are celebrating with the help of the students from New Zealand and students from various institutions of our country. Today we have two eminent personalities on the dais to address the gathering and to witness the developments that are happening between India and New Zealand in the field of fashion technology. Padma Shri, Rajashri Pati, all of you must be knowing whoever is crossing the Avinashi Road in Coimbatore. She's one of the very famous personalities in southern part of India, but not only in southern part of India, she is taking the concept of design across the country. Even before the government of India launched the concept of Make in India, she is popularizing the design across the country, and I understand she is a firm believer of the concept. Fashion is not only the decoration, it's a way of life. And that is the reason she has been invited by the government of India to organize a one-day workshop in Mumbai on empowering through design in the year 2016. And she is the first woman president of Indian Sugar Mills Association. And it is very surprising fact to know that she is also a qualified deep sea scuba diver. And her passion also includes architecture and motor racing. So what else do you require to address the gathering on this August occasion? On behalf of all of you, I extend a cordial welcome to you, madam. Next, one of the tallest personalities in this part of the country, not by the physique, in terms of thinking, in terms of approach, and in terms of results that he is expecting from his member mills, Mr. Raja Shanmugam, the man who represents 2,000 plus garment industries and hundreds of processing industries, including dyeing, printing, finishing, and packing. And you don't believe it, particularly I would like to highlight this to the friends from New Zealand. He is a man who is responsible for the export of goods worth 40,000 crore rupees from this part of the country alone. So that is a kind of responsibility he is holding on his shoulder. And I think almost 10 years back, I was welcoming for the association meeting. And today I have this privilege of welcoming once again Mr. Raja Shanmugam for the Bad News 2017. Sir, on behalf of all of you, I welcome you. One of the toughest ladies I have ever come across in my life, who speaks only the truth, who speaks only the design, who speaks only the welfare of the student. On behalf of all of you and my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to Ms. Val Marshall Smith. See, nothing can happen without proper motivation and encouragement. The force behind the performance of Banariaman Institute of Technology, the person behind the growth of Banariaman Institute of Technology, our chairman, beloved chairman, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam. On behalf of all of you, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. The moment people enter Banariaman Institute of Technology, they see the buildings and structures with wide open mouth. The entire credit goes to our chief architect, Mr. T.S. Ramani Shankar. On behalf of the students of New Zealand and students of India, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, sir, I extend a cordial welcome to you. See, the cooperation between New Zealand Institute of Fashion Technology or New Zealand and Banariaman Institute of Technology started in the year 2011 when we received a mail from an unknown agency at that time, Brooker Agency, stating that we would like to collaborate in the field of fashion technology with Banariman Institute of Technology. First I thought it could be a bogus one. Again, after 1 week, we received the same mail. I said again it could be a repetition. Third time also the same mail came. Then we started our dialogue. We were speaking for almost 2 years. And third year, first batch of students came from New Zealand. And today we have fourth batch of students from New Zealand. Almost our relationship with Brooker is entering 7th year, I believe. And I understand it will continue in a greater way or larger way in the coming years. So on behalf of all of you, I extend a cordial welcome to Mr. Giles Brooker, Brooker Academy. Whatever you do it with perfection, otherwise don't do it. That is a mantra Dr. MP Vijay Kumar, our trustee, is preaching to everyone. He aims only at perfection, nothing less than perfection. I hope we are meeting his expectation in many respects. On behalf of all of you, I extend a cordial welcome to you, sir. My sincere welcome to my friend, and more often I believe she has become a member in my family, Ms. Prabha. On behalf of the entire students community and faculty community, I extend a cordial welcome to you, madam. There is one man sitting in the first row silently and observing the proceedings of fashion practicum for the past 2 days, and who is likely to who is ready to extend his hand to the students and faculty members of Banariman Institute of Technology, Mr. Feroz Ali. Sir, on behalf of all the students, I extend a cordial welcome to you. I welcome one of the modern architects of our country, and whatever creations you saw in Fashion Resource Center definitely has got a significant role, and not only constructing the building, in shaping the career of the students of fashion technology. Mr. Siddharth, I extend a cordial welcome to you. I sincerely welcome the friends from media, students from Banariman Institute of Technology and other colleges, and my special welcome to students from New Zealand. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just as the every stone in this institution will acknowledge, our beloved chairman, who has been our guiding light, originator of great ideas and sheer executional excellence. May I now request our Honorable Chairman, Thiru S.V. Balasubramaniam, to deliver the presidential address.
Esteemed Chief Guest of the Day, Padma Shri Raj Sripati, our guest of honor, and my dear brother, Dr. Raja Sanmaham, friends from New Zealand, Miss Vale Marshall Smith, Mr. Brooker, Mrs. Prabha, our trustee, Dr. Vijay Kumar, our principal, my dear friend and architect of the entire Banariman Institute of Technology, Mr. Ramani Shankar, and his son, Mr. Siddharth. And we have one other friend from Canada as well as New Zealand, Mr. Feroz Ali. Dear students from New Zealand, our esteemed faculty, my dear students of our institute, good evening to all of you. I extend a warm welcome as well as mark the presence of our two eminent personalities, both of whom were and are also now in textile industry, particularly our chief guest, Mrs. Rajashripati, is a colleague so far as the sugar industry is concerned. More than sugar industry, he is a fashion for art and fashion. Whatever she touches, whatever events she conducts, you will find there will be a change in the fashion. Even in hosting a dinner, people normally they host at hotels, but I have been always seeing her hosting at a house only. Every time you go, there will be a change. Maybe I think last time when I had the dinner with her, along with many of the people who have been invited, guests who have been invited, there was a change. She has put the plantain leaf on which she has put the mud pots, and the food was so delicious. It was entirely different. Normally people will try to put beautiful vessels, so many porcelain, all those things. But she entirely changed it. It looked itself as if we are going to have it somewhere in the village. But at the same time, the food was so delicious. And everywhere, either you go to her sore factory, see her guest house, anywhere you go, you will find there is an art. Because living, just, building a house, building a office, anybody can do. But the same with the same materials. She is able to frame her own ideas and do it so successfully. And everybody goes there. Even you go to her house, the paintings, etc., entirely different from what you used to have. She will get it painted by somebody who is an authority over it. Even some of the paintings I have in my office. When I was in Delhi, I took her assistance. She took me to some shop and got me the painting. The painting style, still people used to come and say, "Sir, who has drawn it? It is only a photocopy of the painting." But with all that, it looks so nice. So the passion is so good. That day when I thought that we had to open this fashion center, new fashion center, I thought of whom I should invite. So I talked to her. I said, yes, sometime in early July I would like to have you. Said, I'm sorry, Mr. Balasubramaniam, I'm out of the country. Either she will be in London or she will be in America. Maybe I think she was last time came from Singapore. She went to Cochin yesterday to participate in the sugar conference. Afterwards, she drew and came all along to attend this this inauguration function. I wish to thank Rajti so profusely for taking time and coming here. And it is not that she is only interested in the industry, in art and fashion. In fact, she conducts such fashion seminars and shows in many places with art and other things. She does it. Recently, I think I was told she had showcased in London, where the Prime Minister of the country, she invited her for over tea to appreciate her the work that she has done in London. So the one who has come, as soon as he came and saw our new fashion center, he said, I will take time, I will come and see, I will put people, because in fact today she got somebody from London, another one somewhere from out European country, to only just to talk about the fashion, about which she is, I think, creating some, I don't know, which I think I request you to talk to you on that more. So such is a person who has come, and she said, I will, so far as I am concerned, I will take care of your fashion technology department. I will try to bring the best of the people from outside the country and also locally. See to it, this is made one of the best centers in the whole of the South India, maybe India also. I thank on behalf of all our students that Rajti's offer. I think we'll have to. I accept on all your behalf, and again thank her profusely for the offer she has made. And Mr. Rajasanma, is not an ordinary person, you know. With hard work, he has come up so profusely. Normally, into becoming a chairman of Textile Export Corporation is not that easy. But he has been selected by all the members, and as rightly told by our principal, he is getting an export of 40,000 crores yearly. Yearly, he is looking at it. Even during the lunch hour we are talking. There are so many, after GST has been introduced, there are various, slabs in the same industry, stitching separately, weaving separately, garmenting separately. So many things are there. We'll have to, he said, I am working out to the government of India to make it still one rate. Thereby, all the garment manufacturers in Tirupur will have an edge over all other country manufacturers. His interest is only see to it that Tirupur, not only Tirupur, maybe southern India, the exports should grow well. So for Indian people will have the benefit of taking the foreign exchange, growing much bigger. And he is a person who is also president of the NIFT Tirupur, who has been giving all technicians for all the garment industry in Tirupur. I am very happy that he has accepted to tell you he is not well. He was hospitalized for the last 3 days. With all that, even he has put a handkerchief over there to cover the needle point still he is having here. As soon as he finishes, he go back to the hospital. Doctor has specifically told him, finish your job, come back directly to the hospital. We'll have to get to again admitted in the hospital. We'll have to be there maybe another 3-4 days. So in spite of that, he has come means the interest that he has towards the student community. So I'm extremely happy that he is here. I don't want to talk much about textile and garment industry because though I have all jot out many things, I think it is not time. You are all waiting for the fashion period. I know that. So with this, I am extremely very happy. Now, our relationship with New Zealand is not so small. Sometime when I was thinking of scaling up the operations of our fashion center, maybe our college, we came immediately. It's a godsend. We have got Brooker's family and Ms. Smith. They all came. They said that we would like to have an arrangement. They stay we started. After that, relations between us grew so well. They think, yes, we will continue to do that. And every year they have been sending their students to our place. And particularly this year also, the students who came, they enjoyed very well. Though they know the fashion technology, but the bigger way of stitching, sewing, dyeing, all these things, they don't have facilities there, and we have been able to sew through them, and they have been able to buy some cloths and stitch it also to their, European needs, and all this has happened. I think we should thank Ms. Smith and Ms. Prabha, and a great man is here, Mr. Gil Brooker is here, and I wish to thank on behalf of all our students for the great opportunity you have given to us. We wish to thank you. Then, we have one other gentleman, Mr. Feroz Ali. He is going to now proceed not only with the textile technology. He comes from Canada, one leg in Canada, another leg in New Zealand. He said, I will assist Smith so far as this technology, this transfer of students from there to here. It will not be in future in 15, 10, 20. I will try to make it maybe in centuries like that. Bring more people here and do that. Not only that, aeronautical department, yes, from Canada, I will try to bring the students. Maybe I would like to take your students also on Canada. Not only he stopped with that, he also said, you have the school. I sent the students from Canada. They will come here. They will study here up to 10th, 11th. Again, I will take them back to our place because they have to learn the Indian system, Indian culture, Indian heritage. They must learn. So I am arranging that also. So far as the exchange of the students also, he said, 2 years in Canada, 2 years in India. I will try to work it out because with the government of India, certainly there's not any problem. With AICT, I will be able to get the permission for that. And I am sure with all this coming through, with all the good works, good networks is being created now, I can tell you, my students, you have a great future in this institution. With this, again, one more thing I would like to say about the entire, setup. I love to thank my friend Ramani Shankar. தென் ஆஃப்டர் தட் தமிழில் ஒரு வார்த்தை இருக்குது, தாய் 8 அடி பாய்ஞ்சான் குழந்தை பையன் இவ்வளவு குழந்தை 16 அடி பாயின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அது மாதிரி அவர் எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தார். இப்போ அவர் சன் வந்துட்டார். அவர் ஒய்ஃபை சொல்லுவாங்க, மிஸ்ஸஸ் ரமணி சேகர், நோ யூ நவடேஸ் யூ டோன்ட் லுக் அட் மை ஹஸ்பண்ட், யூ ஆல்வேஸ் லுக் டு மை சன் ஒன்லி ஃபார் எனி திங். என்ன அப்படின்னா எவ்ரி திங் வி நீட் சேஞ்ச் இல்லையா, எவ்ரிவேர் வி நீட் சேஞ்ச் இன் த அவுட்லுக், change in the persons. So we are now changing instead of Ramani Shankar, now Mr. Siddharth is taking over. தந்தை தன்மார்க்கு உதவி முந்தி இருக்க அவையல் முந்தி இருக்க செயலாம் அவர் செஞ்சிட்ருக்காரு. அதுக்காக அவருக்கு நம்மளுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டும் கேட்டுக்கொண்டு, அதுக்கு மேலே இதுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கு மேலே இதெல்லாம் பண்ணுறது யார் பண்ணுறாங்க? Who is making all these things? Idea, planning. We'll have to thank யாரை பண்ணணும்? நம்மளோட ட்ரஸ்டி, நம்மளுடைய பிரின்சிபல், நம்மளுடைய ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி, இவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் நீங்கள் தேங்க்ஸ் கொடுக்கணுமில்ல. எல்லாம் ஒரு கைதட்டுங்க பார்க்கலாம், நல்ல கைதட்டு ஓடலாம். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, sir. May we now request Mr. T.S. Ramani Shankar, architect, to address the special address.
Dignitaries and my dear fellow students, it is a wonderful evening. Your chairman was telling about the chief guest and the guest of honor. Now you should know one thing about this chief guest. Art lover. She is an industrialist, but art lover. As he said, her collection of art pieces is something which every one of us would like to see. And number 2 is, she loves poetry, she loves literature, and she loves this kind of material which is non-quantifiable material. Art cannot be measured. How many feet, how many square foot, what is the weight? So all these non-quantifiable material she loves. You are lucky, you got somebody who is there to support and be a patron and sponsor for this fashion technology. Thank you, Rajshri. And Raja Shanmugam is another excellent man who is going to prop you up for the job and everything. Okay? Your chairman told about me. He has got 2 mantras only in the sleep. One, Banarium sugar. Second, BIT. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, he will blabber. He will say BIT, Banarium sugar. BIT, Banarium sugar. He has nothing else other than that. We were in Bali. In Bali, we went there and we were going there buying some pieces. Sir, idu vaangina anga college la maatirlama, institute la maatirlama. Anga we went to Jaipur. We went to one of my friend sculptor. To his place we went, Doot, his place we went there. Siddharth's good friend, we went there. He ordered some pieces for the college, right? He dreams of it. You are lucky. Only one thing I want to tell you, we both belong to same category, Ore Jadi. We create. Thought giveth thought, and form giveth form. If you have a first thought of creating a fashion, take it aside and put it away. From that thought, the next thought will come. From the next thought, the next thought will come. From the next thought will come. Don't end with your nascent ideas. Don't stop it with that. Next one, what we say in architecture is, form giveth form. From one form, another form will come. We will say, form, that is, function should dictate the form, and form should dictate the character. So this form, you imagine, 1962-63 Fiat car was there. After that, Ambassador came. And after that, you saw some other cars. You see old Plymouth car and everything. Old Chevy cars. Today, the form of the cars have changed. How? It was not created immediately. From that thought, next thought came. From this thought, next thought comes. From that thought, next thought comes. One thing is for you, never stop thinking. And never say that I can't do it. The most important thing, art happens everywhere. You should have the eye to look at it. It's happening everywhere. Morning cuckoos, you hear it. Sun rising, you can see. Rain, you can see. Tree growing, you can see. And everywhere art is happening. You should know how to look at it. And one more thing is, to be static, you have got to be dynamic. If you want to be there in the same place, you should keep moving, keep searching, keep reading, keep innovating, keep looking at some other's work, how I will adopt. Art has no boundary, it has no ceiling, it has no dimension, it has no periphery, it has no boundary walls. Think, think, think. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Expression is a way of telling what we have achieved and what we expect for the future. May I call upon our beloved trustee, Dr. M.P. Vijay Kumar, to deliver the special address.
Dignitaries and friends, I'll be very brief as we have two eminent speakers with us who are the most appropriate persons to preside over the function and be the guest of honor, appropriate to the subject in which we are in today. So I'll be very brief. Today we are inaugurating the Fashion Resource Center. When the dignitaries visited the center, not only today, but for the last maybe a month's time, the expressions were awesome, exquisite, extraordinary. It is exhilarating. It is one of the best facilities we have ever seen. This was a type of expression and comments you have heard about the Fashion Resource Center inaugurated today. This is not something unique which we have been hearing. Now, just before the Fashion Resource Center, when the Learning Center was inaugurated, we heard the same comments, almost same comments. It is extraordinary, the best facility in the country. It is more than 5-star, it is 7-star facility. We heard the same expressions. Till Fashion Resource Center was inaugurated, our training center was considered to be the best value addition in the college. Now it is Fashion Resource Center. Before training center, our learning center, our library, again it is considered to be one of the best facility ever available in this part of country, maybe even the country as a whole, with 80,000 square feet, more than 80,000 titles, completely automated RFID system. It is again the best facility. We heard the same expressions, awesome, extraordinary, exquisite, when the library was inaugurated. Just before the library, when the mechanical engineering block with such an imposing structure, exhibiting the imposing character of the subject, when that was inaugurated, the same type of expressions. Oh, it was awesome. It's beautiful. What a state-of-the-art building with so many facilities. Look at the furniture. The furniture itself was exquisite. The amphitheater, the seminar hall, the same type of expression. Before the mechanical engineering block, the aeronautical block came, the MBA classrooms came, the same expressions, the same type of expression. When the hostels were built, which could accommodate about 6,500 students, about 6,000 in two batches can take food simultaneously. Imagine about 6,000 students in two dining halls can take food simultaneously with upkeep, the best of the world and the country, neat, tidy, not only dining facility, but the cooking facility, fully automated, hygienic. The same expression, awesome, extraordinary, excellent, exquisite. It is exhilarating, same expressions. When the academic blocks were built with random rubble stone, completely maintenance free, with a mirror image, the same expression. When the hostels were built, same expression. When the horticulture was developed, you just see how our horticulture, see even a blade of grass, will not intrude into the space beyond meant for it. Our horticulture, you see there's about 10,000 trees in the campus, so meticulously planned, with varieties of trees attracting birds, flowers, fruits, not to mention other things. When the RO facility, running water, RO water 24 by 7, power 24 by 7, 500 Mbps, internet speed, when this was extended, we had the same expression. When government expects the facility to be created in 6.5 acres, we have 190 acres. 190 acres of land. The same, all that I say, now what does it mean? There are only two lessons we draw. So whatever is done in the college is the best facility available, meticulously planned, and with precise execution. No compromise on quality. Quality of the international standards, it was not compromised at all. Therefore, there is some force behind continuously sustaining this momentum of providing the best facility, whatever is done in the college. See, it is like this: when you have flowers scattered, you assemble them, you make it as a garland. What a beautiful arrangement it is. But what is critical is that small thread, the small thread that connects these flowers. The spirit behind this entire facility is the dedication, commitment of our chairman, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam. All along, you can just see it has never been compromised. The quality has never been compromised. The vision, and it was not for personal benefit at all. He has not built this facility to settle here, to reside here. This was for a common good. This is for the children to learn. So this is the lesson we draw, that in either fashion technology or when we talk of fashion technology or whether it is design or technology, whatever, that focus on quality, that focus on perfection, that commitment, dedication to the cause he has taken is a lesson that all of us should learn. This Fashion Resource Center may be one example. It may be a case in point. The name itself, it is called Fashion Resource Center. It reflects the ethos the college exhibits. This is gone are the days, earlier days, during our Veda days, the thinking was the teachers are repositories of knowledge. The teachers know everything. The children are empty vessels. The students are empty vessels. The teachers are expected to pour knowledge or donate knowledge or give knowledge or impart knowledge to students. This is how our philosophy traditionally has been. But it is not the case now. The ethos the college has, children have inner potential to learn. Students have lot of potential to learn. It is our duty to facilitate learning. That is why it is called a resource center. Textbook is not the only source of knowledge. Teacher is not the only guide to learn. You have enough resources. We give you facility. You start learning. And we will facilitate learning. Only that will sustain you. There is a small example. When you learn with the textbook, what happens? And when you learn using resource center, what happens? A person wanted to test. He taught the students, and the students were experimenting. There's a frog. The frog was kept in a table, and he was explaining about the frog. Frogs have legs, ears, and it is an amphibian, etc., etc. Then he said, "You try now." Then he started trying. The frog was on the table. He just patted. When he tapped the table, the frog jumped. And then he said, all right, let me remove the hind leg, the back leg. He removed one leg and then again patted. It started limping. Then he removed the second leg. Again he patted. It started crawling. Then he removed both the front legs. He patted. It could move. The inference he drew was, frog cannot hear if the legs are removed. What he learned, the inference he drew was, frogs cannot hear if we remove legs. Suppose you start constructing knowledge on your own, you learn it in the proper perspective, you learn based on your experience, which will be useful and applicable. So this is the simple philosophy behind this resource center. So what is inaugurated today is a resource center. You make use of it. The fashion technology students, you construct knowledge. We are here to help you and use the center. And we wish you a glorious future. Similarly, the New Zealand Institute of Fashion Technology, I wish our association grows from strength to strength. It must blossom well. And I wish all you a glorious future, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Giles Brugger has over 35 years' experience in tertiary education, both in teaching and administration, at Auckland Institute of Technology and University of Auckland, as well as government agencies like Ministry of Education. Giles was elected a Fellow of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators in 2006 and serves as Chair of the New Zealand Branch Assessment Review Panel. In 2009, he established Giles Brugger Education Development Services in India to assist in building collaborative relationships and exchanges between educational institutions in India and New Zealand, and is exploring possibilities for similar developments with other countries. Giles Brugger Education also assists individual students gain international experience through study in New Zealand, India, and other countries. May we now request Mr. Giles Brugger, Chairman of Giles Brugger Group, to address the gathering.
Tihe Mauri ora. Ena mana, ena reo, ena iwi o na hawaii wha, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Vanakkam. Greetings, everyone. It's wonderful to see you all again. Today for us is like a dream coming true. For 9 years, we have been thinking and planning and talking and writing emails and having those emails rejected and writing again and again and finally talking. And our dream has come true with two very strong institutions from two countries, one large country, one small country, one hot country, one cold country, but working together and together making something greater and stronger. And so with all of your support, with the support, Val, of Fashion Tech, this has come true, and we are very proud. The program that we have been offering has grown every year. The program has transformed, it has transformed us, and we believe in different ways it has transformed the institutions. Since I've been coming here, we've seen the growth of the International Guest House. We've seen today the inauguration of the Fashion Resource Center. We've seen you promote the head of fashion into being the principal of the college. We've seen you promote Dr. Injit to be the head of the school. We believe that that has got something to do with us. with the New Zealand fashion technology contribution to India. We've seen the institution grow. Similarly, New Zealand, Val will tell you about New Zealand Fashion Tech, but we have seen both institutions grow strongly, and we are very pleased with that. And we have heard that every year the students that fashion technology and ourselves have brought to India have been better and stronger, and we have heard that this year our New Zealand students are the strongest in 4 years. And I've met them, I've seen them, it's true. They will rock you. Kia ora te whānau. I have not much time. I have one other thing to say. I need to thank you and all of you concerned, but particularly there is one person without whom this program, this collaboration would not have been successful, and that is our Managing Director, Prabha Govindasamy. She is a local Coimbatorian, but she is also a New Zealander. We have a constant tussle. I like to claim her as a New Zealander, but when she gets a chance, she reminds everybody that she is Coimbatorian. So thank you for letting her come to New Zealand, and we're pleased that we're bringing her back to support you as well. So that's enough for me. Looking forward to the show. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you, sir. Wal Marshall-Smith, the academic director of NZIFT, has been involved in the fashion industry since a very long time. She had first boutique when she was 23. The fruitful venture made her to join hands with her husband to begin Odop Apparel, a top fashion label in New Zealand which is vendor to all top New Zealand fashion houses, as well as their own 2 retail stores in the Bay of Islands. From owning their own international fashion business in 1974, they work as a professional tutors and training managers for industry organization ATITO. From then she witnesses her students grow and become successful in their field. Ma'am, the dais is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me in your country and in your institution once again. I feel very privileged to be here. I won't take up much of your time. I would like to say that I really would like to acknowledge your chairman. I'd like to acknowledge his vision for Banari Aman and what he's achieved, his vision for the people, and his vision for the country. Aligned with that is New Zealand Fashion Tech's and the New Zealand government's vision for the people and the country and the future relationship that we need to have with India. You probably don't need us, but we really need you. You have a lot of expertise and you're everything that the fashion industry needs. You make your fabrics, you can produce garments, and you're close to the market. We really do need you. In the last 4 years, we've brought 59 students to Banari Aman. Each year they've come away different, better people. In a way, they think they're coming here to learn about global production on a massive size and about the textile industry, and yes, they are. But what they find is themselves as people. And there can't be a value put on that. They walk away from here with connections, people, and things that they can do for the future that has opened their minds like you wouldn't believe. I'll tell you a story. We have one of our graduates who was at Banari Aman 2 years ago. Last year he showed at New Zealand Fashion Week. He showed his own garments in the graduate show for the first time. And this year he's showing his own label in his own right at New Zealand Fashion Week. Now I'd like to say that that is what comes out of coming to your country because his intention is to grow his business to the size where he needs you and he needs to be able to come and meet up with all the people again. I really, really appreciate you having us here. I'm glad that Feroz is now taking over as the owner of New Zealand Fashion Tech. Feroz Ali down in the front, and I'll be working with him for as long as it needs. And he has the same vision and probably a bit more drive than me. But thank you all, and let's get on with the show.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Raja M. Shanmugam hails from an agrarian family in Tirupur, a textile hub. Being a first-generation entrepreneur, his zest for excellence made him to establish the firm Boss Saw International in the year 1989. Sir, the dais is yours.
Very good evening to one and all present here. The most respected and beloved chairman of this BIT, the most admired chief guest of this event, Madam, Rajshri Madam, and most popular and well-known architect of this region, Ramani Shankar sir, the dignitaries from New Zealand and students from New Zealand, the management trustee of this institution, the principal, and all other faculties, and my dear student. So this is the greatest occasion for me too, to have a visit of this fantastic facility, which has got opened today and thrown open to you all. So normally actually the vision would be set for the short-term achievement of the requirements. But I have to thank on behalf of the entire region, the chairman and architect and his son Siddharth. They have created a facility for all of us, I would say, for this century. The reason is that it is not just, we have happened to visit the library and the fashion facility, and it is a marvelous thought process which has got blossomed up and got presented to you all, the budding graduates. So here actually you all, I would say, are blessed kids. But the thing is that it has to be properly used. Unless and until you use it, it will never become a beneficial for you. The thing is that I suggest some of the few techniques of how you have to make use of it. The thing is that here this fashion resource center has got opened, and it has such much of marvelous facility. And each one of you have to become a creator by yourself. How to become a creator? You have to, first if you want to become a creator, because already you have taken the course, and here you have to make yourself get ready to become that. For that, you have to shed off your inhibition first. If you come out of your inhibition, that is the first basic requirement to be a creator, and then you have to set on. And then how you can, because the creator cannot create in a single-handed manner. So they have to create a team. How to build up a team? Because the team building exercise is very much required for the kids, budding kids, and for everyone and all through our life. There we have to shed off our ego first. How to shed off your ego for that matter? The ego should be there for each and every individual, no doubt at all. But it should not be brought into your forehead. It should be kept at your backyard. So when you bring it to your forehead, what would happen is that it would try to put you down. The reason is it will block your eyesight very easily, and it won't allow others' views to get into you, to get processed in you. Instead, if you could be able to keep it at your backyard, that will act as a propellant and as well as propeller by itself. So any comments, negative comments, whatever it comes, you can churn it into positive, into positivity by way of addressing it in different angle. So thereby you can come out of that ego, you can control that ego and convert that ego to act in a positive manner instead of negative manner. So how to make the ego to bring it to the backyard means, there again you need to do a simple exercise, that you have to compete within yourself. You should not compete with any external person forever. Please don't do that. But our normal societal situation, it's all a comparative situation. They just compare you and other person, even in your family also, they will do compare you and your brother or your cousin, whatever it is. And thereby they just make the things in such a situation, they just make you to become an actor rather than a real person by yourself. So if you could able to come out of this simple thing and make yourself as a competitor, there can happen a competition between yesterday's Raja Shanmugam and today's Raja Shanmugam, but not with any other third person. If that happens means then I am self-defeating myself. The thing is that if the competition happens within me, then I will try to live the day truly to the best of my capacity for the day. If I could able to live to the best of my capacity today, definitely I would have beaten the yesterday's Raja Shanmugam in a small manner. So that is, thereby I just achieve a soul satisfaction, and that won't bring any negativity in me or any animosity in me, because both the side I am standing there. So defeating or winning doesn't bring any animosity forever. So if you could able to come, if you able to convert yourself into this practice, then you can team up wherever you have been put into. So there is no necessity to worry about the situations, because wherever you have been put into, you can easily team up. And when you got team up and got used to this facility, definitely you become a creator by yourself, and that definitely will bring all laurels to you. So don't waste a single minute of your life, particularly in this institution, because I happen to visit lot many institutions. I never have. I just again thank the chairman to create this kind of facility and dedicate for this budding kids. So the thing is that this kind of thought process would never happen for any normal commercial minds. So it is apart from that, it has happened and it has got blessed and for all of you, and you have to make use of it thoroughly without wasting even a single minute of your life in this campus. So I wish all the students and this grand evening to be a grand success. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, sir. In commemoration of this Band News 17, now may I call upon our Honorable Chairman to the S.V. Balasubramaniam to release the first souvenir, and our Chief Guest Padma Shri Rajshri Padi will receive it.
Dr. Shri Rajshri Badi, an eminent personality in entrepreneurship, is the chairperson of Rajshri Sugars and Chemicals Limited, a leading manufacturer and a supplier of sugar, cogeneration, distillery, organic fertilizers, and food products located in Coimbatore. Ma'am, the dais is all yours.
Honorable Chairman of Banari Group, Shri S.V. Balasubramaniam, the chief guest of the evening, Mr. Raja Shanmugam, Mr. Ramni Shankar, Mr. Dr. M.P. Vijayakumar, Trustee, and Dr. A.M. Natarajan, Chief Executive, and the Principal, Dr. Saravanan, Mrs. Val Smith, Marshal, and Giles Broker. All the dignitaries in the audience, and most of all, the students from New Zealand and all the students from Coimbatore and BIT. I'm deeply honored to be invited to inaugurate the Fashion Resource Center. I was really impressed as I walked into the campus. Not that I expected anything less, but even so, what I saw far exceeded my expectations. You are here in a campus that is simply and truly world class. And every corner of it is really something that has been thought about. And I use this word thought about because I'm going to talk to you about thinking. And I thinking is very important. Before you create something, all of you are fashion designers, engineers. At the end of the day, all of it doesn't matter what really you are. The whole thing is about creativity. We are all born to create. We are all creatures that were created, and we are part of this universe. It is in our DNA to really create. What really stops us from creativity is what Mr. Raja Shanmugam said, is the restriction to think freely. Thought is very important. And before you actually produce something, whether it's a dress as in fashion, whether it's an automotive spare part as in engineering, whatever you choose to create is a product of the thinking that goes on into your mind, into your head. Because whatever physical you create is a manifestation of that thought, or that excellence in thought before it actually becomes a product. Fashion is very interesting, and today I'll stay with fashion because I am talking to all of you who are going to become fashion designers. Design is something that is completely across all aspects of creativity. It's not fashion, as I said, is just one aspect of it. You have to believe that you can do something that hasn't been done before. And today in India, as never before, there is a tremendous opportunity for skill sets in the creative industry. I always am fascinated and I'm conflicted because in a country like India, where you have mega global corporations like an Infosys, like a HCL Technology, like a TCS, who are mega global corporations making lots of money, how come we haven't been able to produce one Steve Jobs? Has any one of you asked yourselves that question? Why is it we haven't produced one genius individual like Steve Jobs? In the past, we had great mathematicians. We had great architects who built our temples. We had great scientists. What has happened in the last 75 years of independent India? Why isn't it that we've created a genius of creativity in anything? So, the issue is that we have become afraid to think freely. We have to learn to break those barriers, and we have to also understand that failure is in fact a success. There is no harm in failing a few times before you can actually produce something of great success, whatever it is. Steve Jobs failed in his exams, he failed in his university, he got kicked out of school, he didn't know which family he was born into, where he was grown up, and yet he created something that's changed the way humanity actually works. Today, Apple is one of the most successful corporations in the world, and yet they do not manufacture anything. They don't have a factory that manufactures anything. They're all about design. They're all about creating that, and how in their heads somebody else actually manufactures it. So, you know, I run a forum called India Design Forum, where we invite global thought leaders to come and speak about thinking about creativity. We invite CEOs of big corporations to actually come and present their balance sheets on the screen and actually tell us how creative inputs transform their organizations into mega successes. One of the Indian corporations that I will mention to you is Titan Industries. All of you know about Titan Industries, Tata Group company. You know, they make watches, they make all kinds of things, right? So I went to visit Titan. I walked into Titan expecting something like you have here. Fabulous spaces, a computer for each student, amazing workshops, laboratories of design. Because Titan makes so many things, from Tanish jewelry to crockery to watches to interface, all kinds of things, right? All I saw was a very old building falling apart in the heart of Bangalore city. 5, 6 young people crowded around 2, 3 computers, and not even Apple computers, ordinary, you know, HP computers, and people scribbling and everything. So I said, where are the workshops? I want to see the Titan workshops. They said, we have no workshops. I said, so where do you produce all this? Oh, nothing is produced. This is all just created here. It's sent and it's produced in China. It's produced all over the world. And that's what Titan is. So, what I'm trying to emphasize is creativity knows no boundaries. The boundary is only what you draw for yourself. And somewhere, get rid of all your inhibitions. Do not compare yourself to your neighbor. Compare yourself to the best. Compare yourself to what you can do that somebody else hasn't done. Today you talk about businesses that are shaking the way we live, shaking the way businesses have been run. Give me one example. Can I have one example of a disruptive business that has really changed? Okay, Tesla. One more. Uber. One more. Airbnb. Okay, these 3 businesses have totally changed people's way of living every day. None of these businesses, I mean, Tesla is an exception, but Uber and Airbnb, whose shares are one of the, the most largely, highest valued companies on the planet, have no assets, have 0 assets. So think disruption. Don't go by maintaining status quo, because if you maintain status quo, you will be mediocre. Mediocrity is something that comes out of living in your comfort zone. Excellence comes out of going beyond your comfort zone. So go beyond your comfort zone. You're all creative people. Design something that's phenomenal. Can I ask one fashion student here to say who is a designer they want to be? Give me one answer. Who is your personality of a fashion designer that you think you want to be? Who? Coco Chanel. Brilliant. Okay. So India has amazing fashion designers as well. What India is going to have global Indian fashion designers. I see Indians designing globally automotive design. I see Indians designing product design for multinational companies. I still haven't seen Indians design fashion for global businesses. We had one guy, Manish Arora. How many of you know Manish Arora? Okay, so Manish Arora studied in NIFT in Delhi, and he went on to design for a fashion house, Paco Rabanne, in Paris. So the opportunity has come now to really think that, to consider yourselves, to really reach those peaks of attaining success, not just within your country, but also outside your country. Recently, one of our speakers for India Design Forum, we had a conference in Bombay, which was organized by the Prime Minister, called Make in India. And as India Design Forum, we were invited to participate in a full one-day conference that we had to do about making in India. So I asked the Bahubali producer, how many of you have seen Bahubali? Okay, so I asked the producer of Bahubali to come and speak. Everybody looked at me and said, this is a design conference. Why do you want the producer of a movie to come and speak? And I'll tell you why. Because Bahubali is the most ambitious production of a film ever made in India. And the costume sets, the sets are all digitally designed. However, many parts of it was created by a whole lot. He mentioned there were 1,500 designers. And out of the 1,500, he had almost 400 fashion designers to work on that set. Right from crafting little bits of clothing, the costumes for the animals, the costumes for the soldiers, the costumes for the decoration for the halls, and so on, which they shot at very micro and then made it macro. But that was the kind, 1,500 designers were actually hired in India from design schools to produce the sets at Bahubali 1 and 2. That is kind of the scope that fashion designers in India have today. So don't look at just becoming a darzi, I'm just going to sit and make some clothes in my village, or I'm going to go back and do that. Think big, because the service industry in India is really the next growth of economic growth for India. India started off as an agricultural growth country, then we went on to a manufacturing based country, then we went on to a service country, and the next wave of the boom will come in the creative industry. And therefore, please take your studies here at Bannari extremely seriously. Don't think it's a time pass. And both for men and women. By the way, most of the global designers are men. In comparison to the women who've been fashion designers, the men outnumber the women as fashion designers. So don't consider it demeaning, gender demeaning for a man to actually be a fashion designer. Creativity is gender neutral. So take your studies here very seriously. In this institution, the amount of facilities that are here, and knowing the chairman as well as I do, you know, I'm sure he will provide more and more technology for the fashion technology department in order to take it to much more higher levels of technology that will enable you to do many other things. So don't stay within the realm of just designing clothes for yourselves or for your near and dear or small boutiques. Think larger, because there is a whole world opening up in India for jobs. And nowhere else in the South can you see what you see here. In fact, I have served on the board of many organizations, and I haven't seen the facilities, the physical facilities that exist here are really mind-boggling. So use your time here well. Use your time here to really think, to produce, and I wish you all the very best success in your future. And I hope to see in the next 5 years, someone standing up in the national arena saying, I went to Bannari. I want to see that. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, we call upon our friend Anna from the New Zealand team to share a few words about the 6-week experience in India.
Katangi te kaka, katangi te titi, katangi hoki ahau ti hei mauri ora. Kia ora, my name is Anna, and on behalf of the New Zealand Institute of Fashion Technology students, I would like to give thanks to the chairman, the dignitaries, Education New Zealand for the Prime Minister's Scholarship for Asia, Val Marshall Smith, Banariaman Institute of Technology, Giles and Prabha of the Giles Brooker Group, the faculty and our fellow student peers. What we will be taking home with us are fond memories of this beautiful country, a wealth of knowledge of textiles and textiles manufacturing, contacts and networks to maintain our connection here in the future, forever friendships, especially from the caring and nurturing women who we have encountered throughout our stay, unforgettable experiences, some new dance moves for when we hit the clubs or the buses back home, a whole lot of sari, beautiful gifts for our friends and families, and so much bling bling. I personally have never felt so sparkly in my life. We've experienced a full cultural experience, and I personally have a gratefulness to those who allowed and trusted me to reconnect with my own spirituality, and I'll also be leaving with a beautiful bronze complexion. Now, what did we bring with us? An enthusiasm to upskill and be educated, an open mind to what we could experience here in India, snacks because we didn't know what kind of sweets you have here. We hope we were able to contribute some happiness and laughter to your lives while we have been here. And we also brought what became a local celebrity, our King of Taira, Sandy, and we will not be leaving the Coimbatore airport unless we have the correct head count. What I admire is the perseverance and the resilience of the people here in India. What I see is a country that is progressive with the approach of fashion, textiles and manufacturing, so the future is looking promising. Sustainability and accountability for everyone who helps us as designers create our end products needs to be fair and ethical, and we leave here more mindful of fair worker conditions to produce our garments. We are humbled by your consistent and continuous hospitality. Thank you for everything that you have allowed us and encouraged us to experience. We will never forget you. We are privileged to be a part of the festivities today and hope you enjoy the fashion show. Where I come from, we share of ourselves, so before I finish, I have a waita. So, Hutia te rito o te hara keke, kei whē te komako eko, whakatairangi te rere ki uta, whakatairangi te rere ki tai, ui mai ki ahau. He aha te mea nui o te ao, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata, he. And what is the most important thing in the world? It is the people, it is the people, it is the people. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora.
Thank you, Anna. Gratitude is the attitude that determines the altitude. As a token of love and gratitude, may we now request our trustee and director, Dr. MP Vijay Kumar, to present the shawl and memento to our jury, Ms. Rebecca Maria.
Now request our beloved chairman, Sri S.P. Balasubramaniam, to present the shawl and memento to our chief guest, Padma Shri Raj Badin, and to our guest of honor, Ms. Raj M. Shanmugam.